What is up, everyone? Welcome to the CyberPunk podcast. I'm your host, CyberPunk. I'm joined by Cyberpunk Plays, aka the Collector. What is going on, my man?
What's up?
Yep. So we just got done playing some First Descendant. Uh, how many days did you actually play this game?
Two.
2 days. What are your initial thoughts from the beta so far?
Um, the graphics are top notch. The character design. There's a lot of things about the visuals that are really nice. I like it. Um, I guess the only reason why I haven't played more is just because either A, I'm playing the other game, or B, I actually tried to play by myself and I I couldn't get past the mission by myself. I got overwhelmed.
Is it a bit
So I
more
feel like
difficult?
it is easier to play with more people,
Okay. I mean,
obviously.
that makes sense.
Um, I'm still kind of getting used to playing third person. I don't know, like I haven't been playing third person games that much, so I'm trying to get accustomed to shooting that way. I usually shoot first person, so uh, all in all, I think it's pretty cool. Um, Something different. I never really expected a game like this to come from that company,
What's
Nexon,
you,
because the last time I seen Nexon was at TwitchCon 2017, and they were just doing straight mobile games. At least at that time, I think that's all that they were sort of focused on.
what's their big mobile game that, obviously before this? Do we know?
I don't even know what their really big mobile game was.
Was it Double X Nexon? Well, let's do a quick Google on them.
I don't know. I just remember
Japanese video
Durango was the
game.
game that we played or that we tried from that year of TwitchCon from them.
All right, let's see here. We got Kart Rider Drift is showing up. Maple Story, that's a big one. Um, Blue Archive, that one's on iOS and Android. I don't recognize these other ones. Maple Story M. That's the mobile version for Maple Story. I guess the big one here is Maple Story. So this is a lot different than what we've seen from them. There's something called V4
Yeah, I see that. I don't know anything about that, but
and Vindictus. That might be
yeah, it
something
looks like
else.
that's in the same style as First Descendant.
All right. So I don't remember seeing them at TwitchCon. You said 2017?
Yeah, it was the first year we went in Long Beach.
Long Beach. Okay. Yes,
Mhm.
it's because I went to the San Jose one and I don't
They
remember.
might have been there at the other one. I just don't recall, honestly.
Okay. I mean, I really wish that they would do another PSX because I would go instantly.
Hmm.
I would lock in those tickets so fast.
Yeah,
Uh,
This is the one that they were interviewing me. The one that I circled that one day I sent you a text message and I circled
yeah,
myself
yeah,
getting
yeah, yeah, yeah.
interviewed.
Yeah, I remember
This
that.
is the booth. This is the booth, the Nexon booth.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you think of the gameplay? Like the weapons, the firing. Is it snappy? Is it
I Yeah, it's super snappy. I think everything about this game is fast. Like
You're
you were
playing on?
saying, you're kind of stuck in just like sprint mode the whole time. You got the grapple hook to kind of go around really quickly. The shots, I don't know if it's just that in combination with the sounds that I'm hearing, it just sounds really fast,
Okay.
you know. Um, Today I was playing PC. I mean, I was playing a mouse and keyboard. So the first time we played, I played controller, and today I did mouse and keyboard.
How did that feel?
Uh, I I like mouse and keyboard for the controls of swapping guns and having access to the special moves quicker because they're single button presses, single keys, like just pressing B or pressing Q to do the special moves, whereas on controller you have to actually hold and then press
Yeah.
because I guess I don't know, it has multiple functions for the one button, so you have to hold something to like use the second layer of it, I guess.
Yep.
You know?
Uh,
Yeah. So, um, I'm sure that's just one of those things you're just gonna have to practice, right? You just have to hold this, do that, whatever. But it just seemed a lot easier doing that. Plus, on the mouse, just using the scroll wheel to cycle through the weapons was a
Cycle
lot
weapon.
quicker. Because that was another thing too. On controller, pressing the switch would only go between two weapons. You'd have to press and hold to get your third one out. So I don't know. I'm sure it just comes with a little bit of practice, but just it seemed a lot easier on mouse and keyboard. Um,
I couldn't do it. I was trying to do the mouse, or yeah, do mouse and keyboard on the PC version, and I just like Division. I can't do third person with a mouse and keyboard. It's
mm,
same thing with like Fortnite. I, I just can't do it. I have to play with the controller on those ones for some reason. If it's first person, I'm good. But
mm,
the third person view, it's I can't. I really I can't. For some reason, the way the mouse like swings around, it's I don't know why. I just can't get used to it on third person. Is I noticed on the console version on the controller, there's no way to switch like if trying to find the prop here. If I'm like this, right?
mm,
I'm aimed like this. There's no way to switch to this shoulder so that I can use the cover on this side and then shoot around it.
I see.
Whereas a game like Gears of War or Division, um, you're able to cover yourself by shooting ambidextrously. And I didn't notice anything like that in that game, unless there's a button for it on a PC, because they definitely
Mm,
did not have it on the console version, at least not where I could find it. And it, like the sprint toggle, always being on when you toggle it on, and then it doesn't reset when you die, or it doesn't reset when you come to a full stop. That is confusing, especially coming from playing Destiny, where if you're at a dead stop, you either have to toggle back on or hold it, right? And like default setting is hold it down and you're sprinting, and once you let off, it's gone. And I understand the
mm,
toggle part too. If you just press it, it's gonna keep sprint mode on. But the fact that it's staying on even though you're staying put, and then you start moving again, it's already there. That's you get this habit of pressing sprint again, because I'm at a dead stop. I want to go start moving and sprint again. But then when you do that, you actually turn the sprint off. And
yeah.
yeah, there's no option in the settings to remove that, and I found that kind of odd. Uh, Characters. What? You picked the ice character, the ice based character.
Mm-hmm.
How did it feel playing as her?
Uh, yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. Like a lot of slowing effects, especially with the waves like coming at us. I would either shoot some ice towards them, which would freeze them in place and then allow me to sort of finish them off. Or I think she had this ice that you could put on the ground that actually makes her run faster, or then also ice on the ground to slow enemies, especially with a lot of those missions that we were doing that had to do with defending a certain point. I'd go on a little bit of the perimeter and throw it down. That way, if they try to get close, they'd get slowed at the very least. And then she had like a distance sort of AoE like snow shot thing, which was pretty cool. Um, Yeah, I mean, I like the play style of that character. I thought it was pretty cool. It was the only character I tried out of the whole 2 days that I played. I didn't try any others because, I mean, they make you select one out of the three, right? So it's either her, the smaller guy, or the bigger guy. Um,
Yeah.
I just picked her because she was sexy. So the other two weren't as sexy.
Oh, the character design is pretty cool.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the character design is just it's sick.
How's the voice
The
acting
whole thing. It look the
for
voice
her?
acting's. I think it's good. I think it's pretty fucking good. Even just that guy, the quest giver guy, I thought that was done really
The
well.
Marcus guy or the Alpha dude?
Yeah, the Marcus guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the alpha guy, for some reason, his lines aren't as
They sound a little robotic to me.
they don't flow that well. Not as well as Marcus guy. For some reason, his
Yeah.
flow's pretty okay. But the other guy is just like I don't know why. It's weird.
Okay, so I guess the main problem, and then going off on a
Maybe
little
it comes with
tangent on this Alpha guy.
Maybe it comes with translation. They're translating the game and then it comes out not that well. I don't know.
Well, the perfect example of this Alpha dude is the last conversation we had with him. He mentioned Jeremy like 5 times in a row with
Yeah,
and to me that doesn't naturally flow, right? It sounds
yeah.
like a
Instead of
robot.
saying he or him after you already
Yeah,
said who you're talking about, something like that, some
yeah,
pronoun. Yeah,
yeah. Just
yeah, I
to keep on saying Jeremy, just make sure you meet up with Jeremy. But Jeremy doesn't like this, and then Jeremy doesn't like.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
like that's not a natural flow of conversation. And
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So the alpha character, Marcus character sounds really good.
They're
Um,
obviously just trying to teach you who that person is so you can get it in your head. But the problem is that's your name, so then it bothers you even
yeah, it
more
bothers
so.
me more than anything because it's not something you would actually even think of as a video game character or anything. For Yeah, I would
Hey,
venture to say that's the
that
first time I've ever seen Jeremy in a video game. Um,
Oh, they're taking a different approach. They're trying to use uh
they're
more
using AI
common names
against
or
me. That's what
something,
they're
I guess.
doing.
Either that or they're using the same method to pick names for hurricanes. I don't know. They fucking
Oh yeah.
fucking pull a name out of a hat. Like, okay,
Oh yeah.
that's
Okay, we're
what
on the
we're gonna
Jays
use.
now, so I
That's
guess
how
we'll.
we're gonna use for this game. I mean, there's a lot of A's for some reason. They were just like sticking out to me. The name of the
Ajax.
main base is Albion, and fucking there's some other A thing, and then another A thing, and then another A thing. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, why is there a lot of A's?
there is a lot of A's going on in there. Um,
Yeah.
but speaking of A's, Ajax is the Titan type character,
Oh
the
yeah.
the
That's the guy you
warrior, I
got.
guess. I guess
It's like a fucking death knight.
he does. He's got that who's the big guy? Reinhardt. He's got a
Yeah,
Reinhardt
Reinhardt.
look,
Definitely.
right?
Definitely a
All he's
Reinhardt style.
missing is a shield, and I would have preferred if he just took a shield out the block, and
Instead of the digital one.
instead of that barricade that goes down, because the
Yeah.
barricade that goes down, man, that is way too much like Destiny. That
Yeah.
is, and that's been around for them since D2. Is it D2 when those abilities
Yeah.
came about? So
Yeah.
him dropping the barricade and then the Ward of Dawn, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, all right, we've seen this before. I was
They're
hoping for
trying to
something a
make
little bit different.
the converters more comfortable. Like, oh,
Oh,
hey,
I
that's
get
what I'm
it,
used to.
but
This is the Titan class. This is the one I want to play.
it'd be nice if they gave him a melee, like a melee weapon to use, like Reinhardt, right? Or
Yeah.
because the he's got two other moves. So he's got the barricade that goes down, and then the Ward of Dawn looking thing, and then he's got a like a the Colossus like roar thing that
Hmm.
knocks them down, and it's an AOE. But then he's got something else that's just like that, where he jumps in the air and then stomps on the ground, and it's almost the same kind of
It's the
effect.
same thing. So what's the point of having two of the same thing?
Yeah, It's the only difference I think on the other one is like I think the roar is stronger depending on how much void energy you get, which I don't even
Oh,
understand because I don't know where to track the void energy or where it's going up or getting built up.
oh yeah. I'm not even looking at anything. I'm just like when I'm trying to use my moves, I'm pressing the button. I'm hoping it's ready. I'm like
Yeah,
shoot ice. I shot ice. I fire, fire, fire. I try to do it. Oh, whoops, she doesn't do it. So then you know what I do? I just pick a different button. I'm like, okay, let me see if this one's ready.
yeah.
And then I just do that. I'm not even like, yeah, like you're saying, there's no like bar where I'm just like, nope, not ready yet.
Sometimes I'll see that and I don't know if it's specific to Ajax, but I can see when the cooldown is still going, right? Because it's filling up slowly. Okay,
Hmm.
but then there's moments in time where the tiles would turn completely blue and like shining, and I have no clue what that means. And then I'll try to use the abilities,
Mm,
and they like lock out, and I don't know if I like built up so much void energy or something. It's not really easily explained, at least not for Ajax. So,
hmm.
but if those are the three starter characters, when the game does a full release, then I'll probably end up doing Ajax and try to learn him a little bit more. But I really want to go and play that girl that had the good character art. Like her face looked really good. The poison girl, she had like the
Oh yeah, the poison.
I
Oh,
forgot what her
bro,
name
that one
was.
looks sick.
Yeah, she looked clean.
Oh, fuck, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up.
It's not the Invis one, not her.
I even like that one too. The one that looked like a fucking rogue.
Yeah,
God
that
damn,
rogue.
that shit
Well,
was
both of them are
sick,
kind of like
dude.
rogues. One's Invis and the other one's a poison build.
She
You
did
got
like
your
a fucking backflip. I was like, damn,
you got your
shit is
subtlety
fucking.
spec, bro, and you got your assassination spec.
There's, yeah. I mean, all the characters are just really top-notch designs.
And
Character.
so yeah, and
Her,
that dude being the tank character, I didn't see any
Freyna.
like
Her name is
Frina,
Freyna.
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 Okay,
Freyna. Yeah, Freyna. The other one is called, or her name is Sharon.
that's the Invis one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, cloaking. Yeah, I didn't see any
So
like aggro gauges or anything, or knew that if I had aggro. So it's obvious that Ajax is a tank class, but there was no way to tell if he was pulling aggro or not. Did you
mm-hmm.
notice anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I
No,
think they
no,
gotta
I didn't notice.
clean that up. If it's actually a mechanic aggro in the game, I'd like them to explain that a little bit more, or actually implement it better. Because what's the point in having the shields if I'm not pulling the aggro?
Right.
I don't know if I'm supposed to if I'm tankier, like if I have more HP. I don't know where HP is. I don't
Okay,
even know.
here
I
we
don't
go.
even know where the life bar is. Isn't the green bar underneath your ammo?
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It says his passive. So you have a passive skill. I'm looking at the stuff right now. It says the ability to store void energy during battle. That's your passive.
Okay.
You've got your orbit barrier creates a shield in front of Ajax. Durability increases proportionally to Ajax's HP and defense. Then you've got a slam down, which is called Void Walk, leaps into the air and lands on the ground to strike nearby enemies,
Uh huh.
stunning them.
Yep.
Then the other one is Expulsion. I think that's your Colossus, maybe.
Yes.
Strikes nearby enemies, knocking them back. And then
It's
the
almost the
last
same
one is
thing.
called Hyper Cube. It says creates a dome shaped shield.
It's called cube though.
Is it?
You
Okay,
just said it's called hypercube.
interesting. Yeah, creates a dome shaped shield. Durability increases proportionally to Ajax's HP and defense.
Okay, see, so it's proportional to my HP. I don't know what my HP number is.
Yeah,
If it's that green
yeah,
bar, then where's the number? Like, I want to see a number because they're trying to
yeah,
gear it towards like more of a MMO style, right? So
right.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because I was guessing, the three characters that they let us pick, that because I saw the girl you picked, the ice mage,
Viesa, that's her name.
Viesa. I was like, okay, well, she's probably glass cannon. Like, she's
Hmm.
probably range and like just AoEs and freezes people and just destroys stuff, right? I was like,
Hmm.
okay. And then you got the middle normal looking dude that looks like he could be like a soldier 76 dude.
Oh yeah, that guy is Lepic.
So Lepic's got the grenade, right? I'm like, okay, so this is like your normal shooter dude, your standard DPS, and then the tank. So I was like, all right, I gravitate towards the tank, do the tank thing. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this game does when it comes out. Um,
Yeah, supposedly, I was actually watching a little bit of a YouTube video today, and the guy was like, "Oh, we're gonna take a look at this game, and hopefully it's better than before." I guess he was able to play it last year, and he said if they released it last year, it would have been a no-go for sure because it needed a lot of work. So
more polish, huh?
I guess it's already been a year since they were already sort of letting people try it, you know? So,
Yeah, they did. I think they did a beta last year around November.
okay. Okay, I missed that one then.
Yeah, when I looked on YouTube, there was a bunch of YouTube videos from November of last year. So
Okay.
that would line up if they did it. Um,
I don't really understand they have these ultimate versions too of Lepic and Viesa. I'm wondering what's so different, really.
well, hopefully they got some like different abilities or something, you know, something
Maybe.
better. Uh, any final thoughts on the First Descendant?
I mean, I think it's got some potential. You know, piqued my interest enough to at least try it. I've only played it on PC, so I don't know what it's like. I'm sure it's a similar experience on console, but it's cool that they at least had crossplay available for beta so that people could uh, all play with each other and stuff, even though it was
Something.
just you and me, anyways.
How good did it look on the PC for you?
It looked a little fuzzy around the edges on some parts. It wasn't like super crisp, but then again, I don't have the craziest fucking graphics card either. But I mean, compared to like Starfield, there
So
were
I
some parts that still looked a bit grainy to me for some reason.
before the beta ends, download the PS5 version and look on there and see
Mm,
how it looks to you. Because I put it on performance mode because it's shooter, right? I'm gonna go. I want 60 plus, which I think it's running at 120 frames, which that's
mm,
awesome. But the you know that little tutorial mission that you do where you're following Bunny around and then you fight that boss at the end,
yeah,
that spider tank, freaking whatever it's called, the thing that the big thing
Colossi or
with
some
the
shit.
it
Yeah,
had those things to like destroy off its shoulders or whatever.
look like a overgrown Orisa.
Yeah. Um, I'd like to know what that looks like on quality mode because it looked like that tutorial looked better on the textures and everything. Maybe because there was not that stuff in the background because it looked like Astral Chain in the background. It had all that cyber mine thing from Destiny. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about, the
yeah,
that
yeah. They just put you in
cyberscape.
that world. Yeah,
Yeah, where it's just empty with
yeah,
blocks. So then maybe
yeah.
they can like pull you in. Like, oh, look at this game. It looks freaking good. Well, yeah, it
Hmm.
looks good because there's nothing in the background. But then when
Right.
we went to Kingston, that's when I started to notice that the textures on the character model didn't look so clean anymore.
Yeah, it did.
But that could also be because of the those different skins that we were given because
Hmm.
we were able to get those skins because we signed up for the beta or whatever, and then they give you a free gold skin or whatever.
Hmm.
And it could be that those skins are not cleaned up yet, versus normal character model, which I'll mess with that when we go back in. Um, I'm gonna try it in quality mode to see what the difference is, because if it looks better in quality mode and it's gonna give 60 FPS, I'm gonna probably end up doing that.
Hmm.
But if it drops down to 30 in quality mode, I'm like, no, no, thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it on PlayStation and see what it looks like.
But yeah, I'll have to look at that. Cool. So moving on from First Descendant, how's your Starfield journey going?
So far, so good. I tried to get back on track, kind of, uh, actually doing the quest instead of just effing around. So I had this mission for the old man to help his team create a ship. Because I've seen a couple YouTube videos about it that you can get a really cool ship. So I was like, okay, let me just get another cool ship. I mean, I've been stealing ships left and right, but no, I was like curious about this quest. So I did it, and I finished it, but I ran into a problem where in order to obtain the ship, the last uh the last part of the quest is to talk to the old man again. And I guess I'm at a part in the storyline mission where he's just stuck in storyline mission mode where you try to talk to him and he has one response, which is tied
Oh,
to the story, so you cannot progress your quest because he will not acknowledge you
this is the
because he's
Eglin guy.
stuck. Eckling guy, yeah.
Okay.
So then I was like, fuck, okay. Now you're really twisting my arm. I guess I have to go do the story stuff.
Mm,
So then I was like, I felt forced to do the story stuff just to go take care of the other, so I can get my ship. And I started doing the story, and I ended up in some other catch 22 again, where uh, there's a big scramble because I was at the lodge, right? There's some big scramble that happens, and you have to like get out without too many spoilers. But as I'm like trying to leave that place, I'm like shooting bad guys that are at the New Atlantis, and I inadvertently shoot the UC people because
oh no.
everybody's like in a scramble, right? I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just like shooting. I'm shooting bad guys, and they're running in front of me or something. I don't know. I shoot them. So next thing you know, you gotta leave. You gotta jump in your ship and go somewhere else. I'm like, okay, fine. Get on the fucking ship and leave. I leave, and guess what? I can't jump to the next point they want me to jump because now I got a bounty on my head, and now I'm in fucking UC orbit, right? Obviously, I'm over Jemison because I had to get out of there,
Yeah.
and I mean the whole place is full of UC, and now I've got a bounty. So guess what? They shoot me out of the sky. So I'm stuck. I
Oh
have
no.
no choice. You have no. I mean, there's no way I can jump fast enough to get out of there before they get me, or maybe you can. I don't know. But the problem is that in order to continue the story, it's in that solar system. So you can't be anywhere in that solar system without getting shot out the sky now because of the
Okay.
bounty, right? So I have no choice.
Because
I
you can't even
have
go to the den
I can't.
because it's a
I
different.
can't I can't do any of that shit if I want to progress the story because again, in order to progress the story, there is somewhere you got to go in that system, and I cannot go to that system without getting blown.
Mm,
So I was forced to reloading the game
okay.
and then run it again without fucking shooting UC people. I mean, okay, granted, right? But it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I thought, I mean, I get it, right? I mean, all the rules are applying. Yeah, I shot a guy, so yes, a bounty is on me. But then it really just messes up the whole flow of the game, which is kind of like, well, I thought you could do whatever you want in this game, right?
Yeah.
To a certain extent, right? To a
Yeah.
certain extent. If I kill UC people, I kill UC people, right? But unfortunately, it prevents you from really furthering the game. So your hand is kind of forced into you got to kind of do it a certain way, right? Go through there without shooting people. You know, what if I want to just embody the badass pirate that I am, and I'm just fucking people up on my way out? Like, hey, I'm sorry. you know. But no.
Yeah, like
Eh,
can you take down the entire UC? Is that possible? You know what I mean? Like, can you go into like the president's office of the UC and then freaking blow them away,
Man, that'd be interesting. That
right?
that would be really
Because you
interesting.
could do it to the Crimson Fleet, from what I heard or read.
Yeah, you can wipe out everybody in that whole orbit.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I got stuck, so I have not progressed past that point actually, and I ended up cutting my game short last night because I couldn't go any further really. Um,
Okay.
I mean, so then I felt like, okay, well, if I don't want to do this, I have to reload my game and then go off and do other quests that are outside of, you know, that shipbuilding one I was doing, and then just try to do some more. Because I mean, I've got a ton more quests to do. A lot of them are kind of like do resource stuff or make something. I wasn't really in the mood doing those sort of things. That's why I was really into like wanting to get more ships. That's why I did that quest. Um,
Is it supposed to be
but
better than the Mantis ship?
I don't think so.
Like, what class
I
is
don't.
it? Do you know what class ship it is?
I think it's a C class ship.
C. That's the highest one,
Yeah,
right, or biggest one?
yeah. I don't even think I could pilot C yet. My pilot license isn't that. I still got to shoot down 15 more ships.
What level are you?
I think I'm only pilot level 2.
No, no. What's your overall level?
Oh, I just hit 25.
25. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm at 27 right now.
Hmm.
So, but I'm like I'm all over the place on my board. I really feel like I really screwed up my points because I've got like
Oh, on the skill point
because
deal.
I started putting stuff in like less physical damage. I was like, you know what, I need some of this, and then
Oh, yeah. I have a problem with just stacking my skill. I have like 4 points unspent, and it's like I'm wasting progress if I don't put them somewhere because it's not tracking that progress until you put in the point, right? So
yeah, it's not
even if I
retroactive.
go, right, even if I go destroy 30 ships before I got to that, it's not going to
Yeah,
count. It's like you got to
yeah,
do it sooner than later,
I don't like that part of it, especially like the hacking, like the lockpick or hacking, whatever they call it,
Oh yeah, the
the digipick.
digipick. Yeah.
Because I've done so many of them. I mean, I'm level 4 now,
Mm-hmm.
but you just do so many, and if you don't have the points to go into the next level, all the ones you did already don't count towards the next one, and
Yeah.
that's kind of annoying.
Yeah. There was one point I was just kind of, I think I told you, I was just going around different moons trying to find a nice landing spot so I could get a cool like view of a planet or something as my backdrop, and then I was gonna make my base there so I could have a nice view. And man, I don't know what the fuck, dude. I kept landing and landing. I'm like, and I'd come out and I'd look around. I'm like, where the fuck is the planet? I know I'm facing in a way that I should be seeing a planet this way, and I didn't see it. And then I go to another one, and then I'd land, and then I finally found it, and I'm like, oh, there it is. But then it's like too far. I don't want it that far.
I want it closer.
I want it like right here. I want this fucking huge ass dome, like right
Yeah,
there. And I couldn't find it, unfortunately. Um, but then I found that mission that I told you, right? Like where I found some crashed out some ship crash site, and then I found that NPC that wanted something, and then I tried to give it to him, and then he just died, and I was like, oh, whoops. And then and then I just looted him, and then looted his little campsite, and then I went to the next base over, and those Starborn landed, and then they killed me, and I was like, fuck. And I didn't do a quick save, so then when
yeah,
I
that's right.
reloaded, I had to go back to that site, right? When I went back to the site, guess what? It was completely different. That NPC wasn't there anymore. Instead, I found 3 dead guys littered. I mean, it was still a crash site, but the people inside changed this time around. So I was like, what the
Interesting.
fuck? Because I actually had a dialogue with the first guy, right? Like I could pick things. This time it
Okay,
was like everybody was dead. So all I was doing was just looting stuff. That was it. It was weird. I couldn't believe it was that different just on a reload. So it's definitely it is procedurally generated or whatever. Like it's completely
Yeah, to an
randomized.
extent, yeah.
Throw shit. Yeah, they just throw shit in there.
Because I went to the same
Uh,
planet that you were telling me to go
oh
and
yeah,
find whatever some civilian outpost,
the
and I went
Kita.
over there,
You
and
didn't have it.
nothing. There was nothing there.
Now that's crazy to me. That's really crazy to me because the only reason why I know about that is because I did a Google search. Because I was like, is there any place I can clear a bounty where it's neutral faction? Because every place that had it had a faction, so I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
go in there. And then that's when I Googled, oh yeah, the guy's like, oh, go to this system and that planet. That's the only reason why I found it. So the fact that you can't find it, that boggles my mind now. Like how, where are you gonna find your neutral planet if it's not that one?
Yeah,
Maybe it's in that system, just a different planet.
it could be.
And actually, that might be it because I feel like the guy online was like, go to, you know how these things are like numbered one, two, three, the planets in some of these systems, right?
Yeah,
I think he said to go to two. I went to two. I didn't see shit. Then I went to three and I found it. Maybe that's what it is.
maybe.
Yeah,
Let's
it's weird.
see. What did you? So you know those planets with the temples, they have those anomalies around, like just random ones that really don't do anything, like
What a
all
number.
those floating ruins or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
And then eventually you find the temple for that planet.
sure.
So at one of those areas, I found like a crew that was dead, and then there was like one survivor, and
Hmm.
I had to take him all the way across the planet. I had to escort him all the way across the planet to go get him back to his ship. So,
Oh,
and
shit.
he had a pretty cool looking ship. I'm like, okay, the next time if I see one of these guys, I might just go take him
Take
out
the ship.
as soon as we get back to the ship and be like, hey, sorry guy, bam.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
But
I feel like I remember watching a YouTube video where somebody was like, yeah, you could do this mission. But instead of completing the mission, just kill the quest person right then and there and just take the ship. I was like, damn, that's pretty fucking cool.
it's crazy.
It's definitely GTA of space.
Yeah. Yep. Any last words on Starfield for this week?
Uh, yeah, I
Just
just
keep going.
it's just so vast. I think it's just one of those things where you just whatever you're feeling like, you just go and you just kind of move through it.
So
I, I,
let me ask you
I mean, I
this:
know. Oh, go ahead.
okay? I just got done with that collector guy with the fancy callus
Oh yeah,
suit.
yeah, the
How
callus
far
suit.
behind am I from you? Because I'm using you as my barometer to see how far I
Even
am along the
even though
story.
you're level 27 and I'm 25.
Yeah, because I keep on getting sidetracked. I mean, that's the name of this game is to do whatever you want. So,
Well, I'll be honest. After I finished that, and you told me you were doing that. I mean, that is the next thing I did was the ship building thing for the Stroud Eklund
oh,
guy.
okay,
That is
okay,
the
okay.
next thing I decided to do. So that's not progressing the story at all. But now, like I told you, my hand has been forced. In
Yeah,
order for me to get my ship, I need to complete the story just to be able to talk to the old man.
okay.
And, and I feel like this part of the story that I'm in is like, it's definitely like reaching some kind of climax. It's getting more interesting.
Oh, good.
It definitely is. It's not one of these things where they're just, oh yeah, let's go back out there and go find more artifacts for us. No, no, now shit's actually going down. You're like, oh, okay, this is starting to pick up now. So
Yeah,
uh
because
and
I've yeah.
actually, well, I mean, the thing is, right, I told you I messed up and I got the UC bounty. So what I ended up doing was I reloaded, and actually they give you two paths to choose. You could do this, you could do that. And this time around, because I had to reload, I was like, fuck it, let me just go do the other thing. So I went and did the other thing. This time I made sure not to shoot any UC people. All I did was I took out my axe this time instead of accidentally shooting. Because I know if I swipe, I guarantee I know I'm swiping somebody. But this time I'm just like running with it. I'm not even trying to kill people, right? I'm just like trying to get out of there or whatever. And come to find out, like the choice that I made was like I was like, oh shit, actually I don't want this choice, even though this is gonna help me finish the quest. I don't want this path. I want to go back to the old path now. So now I feel like I need to restart it again
Hmm.
and do the other thing that I was originally doing, except this time don't shoot UC people again, you know?
Okay.
So it's definitely, I do feel like it's one of those pivotal moments in the story where the decision you make does matter. It's going to have a lasting effect on, I guess, the ending of the game to a certain extent, because this is one of those like, yeah, once you make your choice, I mean, that's kind of
Pivotal.
it. You're stuck with it, yeah.
Okay.
And that's fine because we know that there's new game plus or whatever that is. So obviously there's a replayability of this game. So I guess if you want to
To
change your
do
path
something else on
somewhere
the
else,
next run,
you
yeah.
could, you could, yeah, you could, just to see how that plays out. But at least for this playthrough, I didn't want to choose the thing that I ended up getting. So I'm gonna go back. So I'm still stuck on that same quest. The next time I log in, and hopefully I can get past it and I can get my ship and then I can be on my way. Um, effing around with other stuff. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
because I really haven't made my way to the right hand side where the Crimson Fleet is, like their little
their
area there.
base.
I feel like I want to start making my way over there, because I know the higher level shit is towards the right mostly. So I want to start making my way out there. I've just been kind of pinballing around on this left hand side, you know. So
Cool. Yeah, I'm to be very honest. Like I want to spend more time in Starfield and then see what the hell New Game Plus is all about
mhm,
because I want this game to be my I'll go back once a week or something going
mhm,
forward because this playstyle and I haven't played Bethesda game in a while. It
mhm.
makes me want to play Cyberpunk. I know it's not a Bethesda game, but it's that same
Oh
type
yeah,
of feel
yeah,
that I I want to get back into Cyberpunk, especially with all these updates that they did, and then
yeah.
the new
I definitely
expansion
want to give
too.
that one a go.
Yeah,
Now's probably the best time to go back and try it for sure. I mean, there was like those articles that was like, yeah, if you already started playing the first one, you might as well just fucking start over now
start a
because
new
it's
one.
just completely different. I mean,
Yeah,
I saw this side by side shot of the exact same image from release to this new one. I mean, it was completely different, dude. Like it was a girl with the shaved side with the purple hair coming down. She was like leaning on a counter. Oh my god, it was crazy. How detailed that new one was. It was just next level
yeah.
detail.
Yeah, I've seen some of the videos of all the path tracing, all the lighting. I'm
And then
like,
I
oh
saw
my
and then I saw a
goodness.
comparison and then I saw a comparison which was effectively bashing Starfield's quality. They were like doing like, what does it look like when an NPC walks by you versus an NPC walking by you in Cyberpunk? What happens when you pull out your gun in a public area in Starfield? Like if we were at New Atlantis and you pull out your gun and you point it at a civilian, what do? They just keep
Nothing.
fucking walking by you,
Nothing.
right?
Yeah.
But in Cyberpunk, you do that and they just start fucking running away, or they
Yep.
start ducking, like, please don't shoot me, you know? Like there's so
Yes.
much. And then they were shooting the water too. Like here's what it looks like when you're shooting Starfield water. It's just like it's like, and then like Cyberpunk is like the fucking like jets going up like one by one or whatever, right? Like, or even just wading through the water. It was just like really realistic looking on Cyberpunk. Like
Yeah,
it was
dude, that one.
fucking
Oh
really.
man,
I was just like,
I
God
can't
damn,
wait.
this shit is
I can't
crazy.
wait to get back in there because they made it optimize and run good on the Steam Deck too. I'm like, why is it that Starfield doesn't run that great? I can get to run with some mods and some
Yeah.
tuning on the Steam Deck, but just out of the box, it runs on the Steam Deck pretty good. For Cyberpunk,
So so if you so the Phantom Liberty, it's out already, right?
it's out in 3 days.
Oh, okay, it's coming up.
Yeah,
Um, oh, okay. So yeah, I was wondering, uh, For some reason, I thought it was out already. So I was just like, oh, do you just start playing that one? Should we just start playing that one, or gotta play the first one first and then go play that one?
You can jump right into the expansion,
Hmm.
but I think what they did is they actually put a new ending in the original version too. There's actually a
Oh,
new
okay.
ending in there too, and that's what another reason why people can go back and start a brand new character.
I
They'll get
see.
a full new experience playing the game from what I'm
That's
reading.
cool.
So that'll be interesting because I've downloaded the patches already both on the PS5 and on the PC, and I
Hmm.
haven't fired it up yet. But I already optimized it for PC according to what Nvidia wants to do because they're the ones that are really optimizing it for their cards with the whole ray tracing and all that stuff. So
Hmm.
it'd be interesting to see what that looks like on PC, and I might do that after